Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is the 2025 Christian Ethical Vegan Advent Reflection Guide. And we are in week 1, the week of hope. And this is day 2, Monday, December 1st, 2025. And each day we'll have a scripture, a reflection, a question for you, and an action step. So today's verse comes from Isaiah 9:6, and I've selected the NIV translation. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. So Christ's coming reminds us that God breaks into history not with violence, but with vulnerability. He came as an infant, not as a violent warrior. This changes everything about how we live in expectation. We don't have to live grasping at domination as the world would like us to do, but by softening our hearts. Softening our hearts with love and kindness, however, does not mean softening our stance. This type of vulnerability is a place both of exposure without a weapon and the strength of not needing one. It is a place of integrity and discipline where the worldly narratives have no power. And these narratives include things like violence is okay, avoid personal pain, although it's okay to hurt someone else, and seek pleasure at the expense of God's creatures. As ethical vegans know, we see these narratives for the true evil that they represent. Our hearts suffer as we know the creatures suffer, yet our calling embodies this very hope by resisting the temptation to dominate. Every plant-based decision that we make testifies that God's kingdom is breaking in. Each choice is a living example that whispers, we can live without killing. We can live in loving kindness, peace, and restoration. What better way to ready the manger of our hearts than to welcome Christ through such mercy lived out in our daily lives? So the question today is, how might your ordinary choices speak of God's extraordinary hope? And examples would be, have you ever considered you might represent the only kindness in a day that a non-vegan sees? Oh my gosh, there are so many examples. We underestimate God's power in our lives and how he is working through us. And sometimes we just live in the frustration of not seeing no immediate results. And yet it's not for us to see results. It's for us to show God's loving kindness and mercy and grace. So the action step for today is to take at least 5 minutes and to celebrate the freedom that living as a faith-based ethical vegan provides as a sign of hope for others. How will you celebrate the hope that you provide? Peace be with you.